Yes. Hello, make people learn. Yes, this na Hassan Binya again. One of my favorite livestock farmer. We the Sierra Leone. They can talk today about the livestock, the livestock system in Sierra Leone. So today, we major topic here is around. I don't already pin the topic. So today we'll talk about understanding the livestock farming system in Sierra Leone. And the main livestock we talk about here today now goats, sheep, and cow. So colleagues, I just want to follow we learn few things. Me, na the CEO of Celebrity Agricultural Company Limited. I get a farm na Putloko along the Waterloo Highway. So I don't do into farming for the past almost 5 years now. And the major focus is more about goats, sheep, and cow. And as I speak currently, in my farm, I get total of 50 goats and sheep. Then I also get a total of 5 cows. We are the nurture. So today, let me understand a few things about the livestock in Sierra Leone. So according to literature, people them they talk about livestock na saloon. So livestock definitely it gets few things that we they talk about. So under this livestock in Sierra Leone, we dey talk about goats. Then in Sierra Leone, we dey talk about goats. We dey talk about sheep. We dey talk about poultry. So these are part of the livestock in Sierra Leone. So if you look at the livestock system where we get in this country, I can tell you, see, as of today, the country they boast for have enough chicken poultry farms. Yes, at the country. The country gets enough poultry farm and enough investments don't go into poultry farm. But again, this particular video, now they talk about the poultry, the chicken side. We the focus around the goats, sheep, and cow. So generally, according to the Sierra Leone strategic plan, we the feed salon develop. So they tell me say in Sierra Leone we'll get 67.5% of the households that they rear livestock. Within the say 67.5%. That is 7,000, 762,495 people then they rear livestock at household level in Sierra Leone. This data was actually found in the Sierra Leone MAF survey in 2023. So, if we look in detail, the respective districts, the regions, Sierra Leone have 5 regions, 16 districts. If you categorize this 67.5% into percentage across the five regions, according to the survey, Eastern region gets 30.5%, Northeast gets 17.4%, Northwest gets 19.4%, South gets 27%, and then Western area gets 5.8%. So it interests you for me, see the North, East, and the Northwest, we will feel like say now then gets the highest animal rearing. It turned out to be now East, now in the rear the highest animals, and now they get the highest rears. Interesting for me, today, if somebody wants to get fine goat or sheep, they tell you say, no go na the north, Kabbalah. So this is not the data, now they tell you. Then furthermore, they also tell you about the poultry, just like we are saying. Today I don't want to talk more poultry. We'll just focus on the animals there. So if you categorize then animals then, the likes of the cow, wouldn't be under the cattle, the sheep and the goats. Of course, I not put pig there, but those three, the goat, sheep, and cow, now we'll talk about today. So it will interesting for me, see, if you categorize them by region, generally, you find out see sheep na the north na 66,212, whereas na the east it gets 72,913. Wow. So waiting this they tell you. It dey tell you say generally sheep na the highest breeding animals naturally. Sheep account for the highest breeding animals across all the regions, which is 286,967 lives households then within the rear sheep. Second, now goats. Goats account for 177,189. Interesting. So that is tells you Sierra Leone, the cattle rearers na 18,851. This is small figure. Imagine this they tell you say Sierra Leone definitely we still get small space. If you compare this to another countries, then other countries are talking about millions in terms of these three goats, sheep, and others. So waiting this mean Sierra Leone as a whole, 1 to 4 heads, then they tell you say 20 heads or more. Imagine the number of goats and sheep and cow where people dey get from 1 to 4, then from 5 to 9, from 10 to 19, from 20 heads above. Then they tell you say goats na in are the highest. Interesting figure. From 1 to 4, you get more sheep than 1 to 4, according to the household. People that wouldn't get 1 to 4, they have more sheep because it's possible that most of them are holding this sheep because of what? For Sarah, for sacrifice or the likes. Whereas for 20 head and above, guess what? There's small number of sheep. As of me today, I can tell you, say I get past 30 sheep. But the problem is the management, the feeds, very challenging. So today I want to tell you, say, Sierra Leone as a whole will not still do nothing into livestock farming in terms of good sheep and cow. And now we come to the government. If you look at the current architecture of the Sierra Leone government livestock, the government focus more on chicken, which is the poultry. They focus more on poultry. The relationship with the livestock farmers, these three livestock farmers, the cattle, the goats, and the sheep, not cordial. But there is a cordial relationship between the poultry and the government. That is why you see, up to date, if you ask 10 livestock farmers, they will tell you, say, will not get any government support. That is true. What are they talk at the end of the day? That is true. I don't live for the last 5 years as a farmer. I don't ever get any support from any government. Sure, me farm register. And people in there wouldn't get cow. There was a time at the end of the day, there was a debate between the cattle rearers and the government at Unity TV. Whereas the president of the indigenous cattle rearers said, then no see nothing yet. They not the benefit from the feed salon within discipline. If we need for invest into livestock farming, let me tell you, you can get poultry, but I can tell you, see, the outcome of people having goat, sheep, and cow is purely outweighed by the poultry. I would say the poultry expensive, yes, in terms of running expensive, but also goats, cattle, and the others. Forgetting one of the feed no more. I mean, one of the seed is very expensive, but that's not only the problem. The problem is there should be a coordination, a support. That is what we are missing in Israel. And if we miss this Israel, are we expecting that we're going to forget cattle rearers and Boku? No. We're going to forget goat rearers and Boku? No. We're going to forget sheep rearers and Boku? No. And these things are very, very much important to our health. Meat every now and then, people that they eat meat. We get restaurants in Sierra Leone, then they always say, time they reach for, let them even get served for buy goat, they not get. Time they reach for serve for go buy cow, they not get. Why? This is a loophole wherein the government need for pump more money on them people here. But most of the money where it can, it go down to the poultry. By our government, we can tell you, see, regardless of you investing in poultry, they are exporting chicken, they are exporting eggs. But how many people get that liberty for export cow, for export goats, for export sheep? Exporting one sheep or goats no more alone from the nearby villages, I mean from the nearby countries. Like if you want for export boa goods, Kalahari, it would not cost you nothing less than $1,500. So So therefore, it tell you say there is an issue. How many man? And even if you export chicken, I can tell you the management become a problem. Currently, I can give you a story. I export ship them, the Malian ship them. Guess what? They come. But at the end of the day, the amount of feed and they support the farm alone. How many that amount that we able get for let Apple for go source fund different side for can feed? I know we say you go to the banks. The bureaucracy is too much. So waiting this video they tell you say the livestock farming, when they talk about good sheep and cow, there is more to be done for let at the end of the day we succeed. I can be the first person for long see me on TV because I get the channel. I dey explain to una. But I can tell una back say there is no livestock farmer na this country wey I don see. I don work na Kabala, I don work na Falaba, I don work because these are the major areas wherein you have enough of these things. I can tell you, there is no farmer wey go tell me say at the end of the day, he gets more than 1,000 goats. Let me say 500 cows. The last time we saw more than 500 cows, that was from the Malians. When they came, the Medina Falaba. Those Malians, they migrated their cows to Sierra Leone. But guess what? How many Sierra Leone? Guess. Anybody can challenge me. Drop a comment for let's say we'll get somebody will get more than 500 cows in Sierra Leone. In a day, nobody. Because the platform is not there. The individual people that get zeal, them these indigenous farmers them, where the cattle rears them, they get the zeal, they want for farm more. But the problem, they don't get that support. Other countries they've been supported, their government support them. But we in Sierra Leone, we go the hard way. So this video, according to the math statistics, it tells you say cow, cow alone, people will get 20 heads or more. People will get 20 heads or more. Than how much? 1,127 cows, households, and then get 20 heads or more. If this particular thing, for we don't tell you, say, we had people who have 50 heads or more, it will have tell us. This data for don't tell you. But you know, imagine the total cows will get now 18,000, 18,000, 18,000, 18,885. So, as a mathematician, if I say 18,859 divided by 20 people, divided by 1,127. So you see, so divide by 127. This they tell you say, what did this they tell you? And they tell you say of this 1,127 people, how many one person will get? Almost approximately one person they get 17 cows. One green person, this is just approximation. One green person they get 17 cows. So that they tell you, say Sierra Leone, the cattle rearing very small, very, very small. Yeah, people in the world will get 300, but for let somebody tell me, say he has 500 cows rearing. The big one, the way I don't work at too, I don't see. The farmers, then I don't see. The investor, the indigenous farmers, then, you know, they unless the individual they go and take from different side, bring a say na ingeta. It's impossible. So that is tell you see, Sierra Leone, we dey far. The reason why we dey far, we need indigenous support. We government need for support. This is the same thing that is happening to other countries. Their government, they are funding, supporting the livestock farmers. But we are not having that. But the poultry is having. So this video they tell you now today, say according to MAF 2023 data, tell you say for the cattle rearers, we have 18,859 household rearing cattle. And if you say you take only the 20 heads and above, you divide them by this, each head they get 17 cows. And that is just a small cow. So we still get more for the done. So I just want to tell you today, say the farming system, more especially livestock, is very challenging in Sierra Leone. So there is a need for support. We are supposed to get support. Let the locals then get the support. When the locals then get the support, it becomes an indigenous support. And that support they pay a lot as compared to others. So if the government or Sierra Leone is serious as a whole for local livestock farming, we need support. We need real support, not a paper support. And today I don't tell when I say the livestock farming support. I mean the livestock landscape is very small. This is just what people follow. So today, for let you understand about, in summary, for let you understand about the livestock system in Sierra Leone, the livelihood of the livestock system, I can tell you, see, if you check in summary, I can tell you, see, the total number of livestock farmer is found in East generally. But if we categorize them, if we put them into category, I can tell you, see, for cow, we have the Northeast that has 8,658 household rearing cattle, whereas in the Northwest, we have 6,904 household rearing cow. And in the East, you have 2,029 rearing cows. In the South, 432. And in the West, we have 837. If we go again to the sheep, you can see that the sheep rearers them, majority of them are found in the Northwest, which is 75,008 households rearing sheep in the Northwest, followed by the East, which is 72,913. If you go to goats rearing, you can see that you can see that Northwest also has the highest, which is 65,909 household rearing goats, followed by Northeast, which has 38,600 goats. If you check in total, the cattle rears between the goat and sheep and cow, you will see that sheep rearing is the highest, which is 286,967. The second is the goat rearing, which is 177,189. So you see, so in Sierra Leone, rearing system for both cattle, sheep, and goats is very small. So the government need for add more effort. Yes. And we, the sober-minded farmers, then we will not spend we last and last for do farming. As long as we get a platform wherein we can loan, you get there is no interest wherein the amount of money we I want for loan at the end of the day before I dey move out of the bank, it still remain the same. I not spend more. Definitely, I go willing for go take loan. But if at the end of the day, the amount where I want go trust, then the amount where I the owe, and not commensurate, I see no reason why for go loan. Because the reality is the turnover of a livestock farmer is not only 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Sometimes it takes 6 years or 7 years. So on that note, I want to tell anybody to this year, the livelihood system of Sierra Leone livestock farming is very small. It's very, very small. It's very, very small. So on average, if you are checking of the 1,000 only for cattle, if you are checking, because cattle is the most expensive one, if you are checking for the number of household we get the cattle, which is 1,127, 20 cattle and above, as against the 18,859. This is telling you that only 17 of the 1,127 household people on average 17 people are entitled to 20 cattle, 20 heads. Only people are entitled to 17 cattle per head. People are entitled to 17 cattle per head, which is very small. So Papa government, development partners, let's support the local, the indigenous farmers. I might be the talkative, even if I not benefit, because I believe that I'm earning from the little from the office, go na farm. It will take me time for that to succeed. But what I can see, I believe see the livestock farming, we still need for investing now. Then the government need for be open-minded. Lord, forget about the yes, there is a lot of investment being done in the poultry. Let's focus on these areas because these areas has more better outcome in terms of monetary support reform as compared to X. You know how much it takes you for let's say 30. One grain cow, you can buy cow of 25 million news. You know how many cartoons for let's say 25 million news, old news, 25,000 old news of egg. So on that note, I want to say plenty, plenty thank you. If you get any comments, anything we I talk, we at the end of the day, enough favor you, drop am at the comment section. Then any contribution we want for add, drop am at the comment section. Love will discuss because we believe say this now our country, now our responsibility for long we talk about the livestock system because we don't invest. I know they talk from a novice standpoint. I they talk as an investor. We don't invest me last sweat from me day-to-day work. I don't put that into farming. So I know they talk because I feel like I talk because I have the evidence. And I also use the Sierra Leone survey book where at the end of the day, where everybody they use. So I use this is the report from the listing data of the 2023 annual agricultural survey that was conducted by Statistics Sierra Leone and 50 times 200 2030. This was a data that was generated by these particular people, and this is the information I get. I know there is a limitation to this, but the reality on ground is we really not get enough livestock farmers there, and the sustainability of the livestock farmers depends on monetary. Some of we don't learn everything. So if we get the money now, we can able invest. We can able do the real livestock as we go along. Currently, as I stand here, I don't procure a chaff cutter. I don't procure a pellet machine for my farm. This is out of my sweat from the money where they work. This is not donor support, no grant, no other opportunity. So please, we need for invest in we livestock. Let the government and whosoever partner ready for work. Let us develop this system. People need goat, people need sheep, people need cow. We'll get restaurants, them, we'll get hotel, them, we don't want for use this. But the reality is the sustainability of the supply chain in all real because the sustainability of the supply chain is not always effective because today the individual will get good, tomorrow you not get. We need to get a system where we can able fatten our goats and sheep at most every 6 months. If we get enough feed, we can able fatten them with a well structure. I have that opportunity because I don't learn now. So please, Lord, we join hand for Lord improve saloon livestock farming. Thank you very much.